Hi, I'm Sam Copeland from Reaseheath Bakery, and today I'm going to show you a little bit of painting, how to just put a very simple pattern on the side of a cake. So when you come to Reaseheath, this is one of the patterns that you will do, one of the techniques that you will learn, and it's quite effective on various types of cakes really. You can use it in all sorts of things, and you can practice just on some paper and just using some watercolours at home. So I've just done a simple design there, and the first thing I've done is put some of our Pro Gel colours that we use in the bakery onto a palette. And I've got various different colours. I've got some holly green, I've got some gooseberry green, some nice bright yellow, I've got some cream colour like an azure blue, some claret and some purple. And the first thing I'm going to do is to just add a little bit of water out of my jug onto the side there, so that you can see those colours, what they look like when you start to water them down a little bit. We don't use them as they are, they would be too strong. Sometimes we'll paint them straight on, but they would just be too strong for this particular style of cake. And what we can do is to mix some colours. So the first colour I'm going to use there is some gooseberry. So I'm just going to put my cake further back, and just using quite a dry brush, just do some long thin stripes just randomly to put some colour first of all. Keep it nice and flicky so that you put in some tiger stripes maybe to start with. So that's just our base coat first of all. And we can go to a different colour now. So by using some of the gooseberry with a little bit of yellow, and I use all of my palette, bring it up, add a little bit more water, tiny bit more gooseberry, and we'll get a lighter shade, a more sort of lime green shade. And this time we're just going to do our stripes between and also over the top of our design. If we run out of paint, just add a little bit more yellow, a little bit more green, add a touch more water, and we're just going to build our design up like that. Now at this point we might want to think about where we're going to put some yellow, so we can just add some yellow in. So if you're doing a meadow or a cornfield, you could think about the corn, maybe putting some ears of corn at the top. But for this one, we're going to just put some flowers, some little random flowers between, maybe some poppies. So I've gone back to my darker green now. So what I've done now is I've mixed up some pinks and some blues and some purples, and literally all you're going to do is to just look where there's a gap and just fill the gap with different colours. Just build up little tiny dots, back and two, and then you can just add to your pattern. So if I just do some dark ones, that'll look as though it's nearer, and the paler ones should look as though they're a little bit in the background. Now you might end up covered in paint, which I usually do, and we're just going to just fill that background up with various shades. So you've got pinks, blues, and just keep building it up until you get your pattern. So you can see there the pattern's dried now, and that's where we're heading to do the whole cake like that round the side. At this point now you could think about putting what you're going to put in with it. So if you were doing a children's cake, you could perhaps add, you know, a little dinosaur peeking around the corner, make these small spiky leaves maybe into something a bit more Jurassic. There's loads of things you can do. Stick a little butterfly on, lots and lots of different ideas. Taking that forward, adding other models, so you've got a little mushroom there. So you could make it a bit more fairy glen, perhaps add a fairy on the top. You could even go as far as doing some little faces, bobbing through, some little bear faces if you were doing a children's cake. So there's lots of ideas there for you to take that further. Okay,